people need to stop commenting on little girls' bodies. And that's in the health and wellness thing. My family used to tell my mama, hey, she getting kind of big. Maybe y'all need to. Are you crazy? They didn't want me to have kids because I'm going to start spazzing on people. Like, don't ever.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cindy.
I'm Geraldine.
My name is Ayonna.
And we are the
Simple Tense Podcast.
Same drill. Stop. Pause real quick. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
If you're new here, hello. If you're a returning listener, hello as well. If you're an audio listener, do us a favor. Give us a review. 5 stars if you're feeling generous. But if you're not, just be honest, but don't be mean because we're a little sensitive. Okay? Today, what are we talking about, guys?
We will be talking about health and wellness.
Ooh.
It's a little dry. It's on a little dry over there. Like, what's going on?
Wake up.
Yeah. No, for real. It sounds like a very boring doctor info
Commercial.
pamphlet situation, but it's serious. Like, this is real life, and it can also be fun too, because we're not just going to talk about go to the doctor. We're also going to talk about like gym girly stuff. Let Geraldine take over that segment, but yeah, that's what we talking
Not
about
Cindy
today.
too. Cindy in the gym
No,
now.
she's locked in. Excuse me.
Stop
New Year,
it.
New Year.
She's locked in.
No, she is.
Stop
Get
it.
into it.
Gym baddie.
I
in
know
the
that's
making.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You see my sis with this little set? Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right.
Sick.
That's too much. That's too much.
All right, so the opener, just to be in y'all business. When's the last time you went to see your primary care physician?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have one.
Huh?
No, I don't, cause I still go to camp. Like I'm still eligible to go to campus, so I just be popping up on them whenever I need to go to the doctor. Cause I was already established, and they tried to tell me that I couldn't go, but you can't deny me health care. So, and my insurance people told them. But yeah, I don't have a PCP. I show up when I need to.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
What about you, girl?
I always say it's been about like 8 months.
Okay.
Is that
I
on
thought
time?
she was gonna say 8 years.
I know, I was scared.
I was terrified.
I was
Is it
scared
supposed
too.
to be every 6 months? I don't really know the
It
laws.
depends on your
Like,
life. It depends on your circumstances. A year is safe, but if you have conditions or like history and you're getting to that age of things, then maybe 6. But that's good.
Okay.
Definitely an annual physical, so you're not.
Yeah,
you're not
just
done.
keep
you're
it-
not due, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're doing good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like a year in a couple months, so it's about my time to go. Yeah, what about the other ones? Eye exams, OBGYN, everything's up to date, or
Yes,
it's more
everything's up to date.
No,
That's
I
good.
go.
I
I
hate it. I hate it.
I
so
know.
I go to the. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a PCP, but I have a OBGYN. Me and her
Love.
locked in. Locked
We
in.
must.
We must. It's
Amen.
very important.
Get
that-
your pap
If you're a
smear.
woman, get that pap smear.
Get your pap smear, bro.
It's so necessary.
You never know, and God forbid, hopefully you go there and they be like, "Oh, everything's normal. Your cells are regular." Blah blah blah.
Right.
But like, what are the chances? I mean, we know the numbers. Just Google it. They're not as low as we would want to believe.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a matter of it couldn't be me. It could be any of us.
Before we even move on to that, if you are, they expanded the age range now, but if you're a woman and you are like of menstruating age, go get that HPV vaccine.
I
if you
just got
don't know-
my last
Right.
one last week. The last
So
Good.
if you don't know what HPV, it's human papillomavirus, and it's something that you can contract through sexual intercourse and sexual relations. But that is a leading cause of cervical cancer in women, and it's actually something that's killing a lot of women.
Yeah.
So the vaccine, it covers like the most prevalent and most damaging variants of the virus, but it's a 3-dose shot. You get it, I think, I don't know the schedule. I don't want to spread misinformation, but just make sure that you get it. And I think like the cutoff age in theory is 28, but I actually
they just raised the age. Yeah.
so I found out why they have the age range even to begin with. It's not because the vaccine stops working in your body after a certain age. It's because after you've reached a certain point, they assume that you've already been exposed, that you've already been exposed to it. So it's not necessarily that it's ineffective. It's because it's ineffective because they're assuming that you at that point would have already had an exposure. So
Wow.
especially like there's some people who are waiting to have sex or haven't had sex, and you're like older in age. Girl, get that vaccine.
for sure.
Yeah.
Get that
Just a
vaccine.
little poke.
Nothing
Just a
serious,
little
little 3 series.
Yeah.
Yeah, my arm just stopped being sore from it, so it's not that
That's
bad.
so
She says it's not that
I have
bad.
to restart my series because my last dose there was like too long of a lapse. I'm finna do it.
Yeah.
Do it, sisters.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's scary, and it's just prevention is so much easier, better, cheaper, everything than treatment, bro. If you can catch it, God forbid, early or just before it's happening, that's what it should be. All right.
What about eye exams?
That ain't my business. That's y'all that can't see. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, 2020 over here.
Sorry.
It was the sorry simultaneously looking at me that actually felt like shade.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's okay.
If you are part of the not seeing community, I'm here with you, standing in solidarity.
Yeah.
Because it's actually illegal for me not to have any corrective. And I do be seeing them boys yearly.
Hashtag need that.
Yeah.
Her though. All right.
She said can't relate.
Yeah, sorry to you, brother. But all right, I have a little bit of trivia, but not really. It's more like a what's your guess. So at what age do you think women need to get a colonoscopy?
60.
39.
Okay, fair and fair.
What's the age?
45.
Okay.
So
Young.
it's young. And honestly, black women earlier. So if it's 45 for everyone, black women is a couple years earlier. I think it's
that's
50
why I
for
said-
everyone, but black women is a couple years earlier. That's actually how my nana passed. And colon cancer, there's no symptoms until it's too late. Once you have symptoms, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So you have to check on these things. And that's why everybody thinks I'm weird, who I get super close to. Like this little boy, I'd be like, how's your poop? Are you doing well? Did you poop? Like, are you pooping regularly? Because you never know. Like, it would be tiny stuff at first until it starts being crazy symptoms, and that's when it's too far.
What is it, like constipation?
Constipation, bleeding, and poop, and that's stuff that happens to people. So it's
Yeah.
like you're not really thinking twice, or it just hurts, or whatever. So, but usually like straining, bleeding, like those are kind of normal things. Sorry, hashtag awkward. Hope you're not
Yeah.
eating. But you know what I'm saying? It's like normal-ish if you're having a bad stomach day or whatever. So that's why it's like you have to be careful and consider things like IBS or
Yeah.
whatever. If you have different things that like they also might have, it might make you miss the symptoms of something bigger. So go to the doctor, which is annoying. White coat syndrome is real. It can give you anxiety, or the
Yeah.
cost of healthcare is stupid. So just try to
Insane,
take
bro.
your free things where you can. Like, you know, it's free STD tests and things like that. So just use free where you can, and
Yeah.
then pay it when you have to. Just do your best. And I know it's ghetto, but you deserve to be alive as long as you can be and live a healthy life. So yeah, that's a little quiz. Colonoscopies, 45, and you know everybody, men too, like because it affects black people a lot. Like we don't notice, I guess.
Yeah.
We maybe not. You know, you don't know what the circumstance of why we're not getting it checked, but us specifically. Yeah, you need to. And I don't want that thing up my butt. Hey, man,
You gotta
handle
do
it.
what you gotta do.
Handle it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious to go back, and again we're gonna retro back. So is it like blood in the stool, or is like it's blood in stool?
It's blood in the stool, but also Google it because I don't
Yeah.
remember all the details. Because I
Also, this
remembering-
isn't medical advice too. Like,
Yeah, no, this ain't based on my license.
Yeah.
That's no.
We just girls.
we're just girls.
I'm basing it off someone I know, so her symptoms might have been completely different
Yeah.
than someone else who has it. So
I'ma look that
also
up.
remember
That's
that it's different for everybody, and it also depends on your life. Because if you have hemorrhoids and there's blood in your stool, well, you have hemorrhoids. It's not necessarily a freaking cancerous thing. So it's everybody's is circumstantial. So you never know, but you have to get checked for these things.
The call to action is go to the doctor.
Yeah, go to the doctor. I get it. I'm a nurse. I don't even like going to the doctor, but I'm gonna go because I feel like
It's
I have
necessary, yeah.
a long life ahead of me that could be something good. So yeah, that's like our opener. Okay, so
That was good. Got my brain going.
no, because it makes you think. It makes you try to like. When's the last time I did this? All right, so big question. When you think of physical health, what comes to mind, and what's holding you back from reaching all the positive things you may mention?
Off rip, I think of good knees. Yes. Good knees and a gym membership.
Word.
Was stopping me, like personally?
Yeah.
Sometimes like it just be hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to actually like want to get up and be like, ooh, gym.
do the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweat, work out.
All
Yeah. It's hard. And then like at first I used to like be a little insecure going to the gym. I know it's crazy to talk about, but
it's real.
because it's like, man, they know what they doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking on my TikTok.
Yeah, I get anxious going to the gym, touching machines I haven't touched.
As like someone who's been powerlifting now for 3 years, don't nobody people the brightness on 0% and you're on YouTube watching foreign videos. Don't let these people fool you.
So,
no.
Yeah. So I used to be a little scared, but now like I'm doing it, y'all.
Yes, she is.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes, she is.
That's discipline, girl.
What does health and wellness look like to me now? I feel it's there isn't a one size fit all.
Absolutely.
Like because even thin people are unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like just because you're big doesn't mean that you are unhealthy. So I don't have like a image that comes to mind when I think of health and wellness. For sure, cardiovascular strength, I think, for me. But that's not something that you can measure just by looking at somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that's good. it's more like what comes to mind. So that's a good one. And just like being able to move.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you look strong, but can you actually bend your knees? Like good knees, even though it's funny. Like seriously,
That's
when you're
real.
old, will you be able to get up from the toilet by yourself, or will you need help? Like really think about when you're old. You be seeing those older people who do marathons and you're like, wow, that's so cool. But they had to work for that. Like, of course, you know, genetics is important, but it's also diet. It's how you're moving, how you're stretching. So that's good. When I think of physical health, what comes to mind? Body tea, drink water.
Period.
You're aware. So like how we're just talking about, get these tests so that you know what's going on. Like try to avoid things coming to a shock to you too late. Clean eats majority of the time, but also let yourself live. Because when I think of health, healthy, it's not like restrictive and, you know, diet culture. It's like a lifestyle. Muscles poking. Like, bro, I wish that when I put my arm like this, muscles came out. Bro, I have to lock in, but I don't. Please leave me alone. I'm not trying
It'd be
to
hard. Yeah.
Bro,
it's difficult.
I need to lift something. But running marathons, when I see like those run clubs, it's kind of
they're
trendy to me,
fun.
but they look good. Like
They're
they look
actually
fun.
so fun.
Yeah, they look really fun. And it's like
Yeah.
it was like a pandemic that hit though. I was like, how everybody in a run club? Like what's going on?
The last one that I went to, I'm not kidding you. There's like 300
There's
people
a lot
that
of
go to them
people.
out. You know what
That's
it
impact.
is? I really.
It's
Do you know what it
good.
is to gather 300 people to struggle?
Right.
Crazy
That's-
work,
come on.
like insanity. And I love how inclusive they are though, because they have different speeds. Like they got the people who be running 4-minute miles, 10-minute miles, and then they have like the intermittent runners, and then they have the strictly walkers. It's very inclusive. I love that.
I'm gonna tell y'all something embarrassing. I went to that run club one time. I didn't go back. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was the last one. It was
that's
so
okay.
embarrassing.
But you were ahead of somebody who didn't show up that day.
Right. I ain't go.
Tea of it. Because man, I was just like, damn, they all going in front of me like that.
Stamina is hard to build up. Endurance, stamina, it's hard.
Yeah, and we also live in a state that it was humid and rainy that day.
It was.
Please give yourself some
It was
grace because lung
disgusting.
capacity be depleted in the midst of humidity. There was something that you said that reminded me about like musculature. Actually, that's like the one thing they say that's the leading thing to help combat Alzheimer's. And it's like it's
Muscle
so
mass.
it's so important because like as you age, you know your bones start to wither and all of the things. But the more muscle the more muscle mass you have going into elderly age can actually improve the quality of your life.
Yeah.
So, girl, we're investing today for our
many other
geriatric
tomorrows.
It's not too
selves.
late.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, you got this. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The last two things I think of are discipline, which goes with all of that, and then family history. So you just have to know like what's going on, what used to go on, or what's going on with other people, the factors you've caused on yourself. Like if you love to eat red meat, you better watch that cholesterol or blah blah blah. So it's just a lot of things. But okay, ladies. So simply put, for health and wellness, what you got?
Your body's a temple. I'm gonna bring it back to God. 'Cause
Hallelujah.
Hook.
it is a temple. Like God doesn't want you to just let your body go like that. Like
Right.
He wants you to actually take care of it, to have discipline, not only like just in a spiritual sense, but like what you put in your mouth and how you're handling your body. So just take care of it. You only got one body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not your own. Use it to honor him. That's good.
Yeah.
For me, it's health is wealth. And 110% I agree with that. Like, and even me and my background, like I was obese my whole life, 110%. Like, I come from a lineage of people like we're bigger. So like I've seen how like unhealthy lifestyles can really negatively affect you older in age, but then also being part of a community that's competitive, like like our weight, our sport is dependent on the weight. Like if you don't make weight, you don't make a weight class. And then also being privy to like people who do bodybuilding and stuff. Like I can see how quickly like negative associations can come from trying to fit a certain stereotype. So it's like, to be healthy doesn't mean to be skinny or to be super strong, or like going back to what I was saying, but it's just like, physiologically, metabolically, are you well? That's where the wealth is. So it doesn't matter if you're not a size 2 or like jacked. Like true health is actually wealth, not necessarily the aesthetic.
That's so good. It's hard to not focus on it because the comparison and all these things, but like, can you go up the stairs without being super winded?
That part.
Like, can you bend down and it doesn't
can't.
hurt? Like, these are things that's like, okay, I need to build my health in these regards.
Can I just say an accomplishment real quick?
Go ahead.
Bro, my whole life going up them stairs.
My whole life I had to fight.
For the past few years, going up them stairs would kill me.
Yeah.
But like this past like week,
It ain't nothing.
I'm breathing right.
And you remember when I said you were gonna start getting addicted to it? That's the addictiveness. It's like when you start to see the minor improvements in the quality of your life.
Right.
Like, yes, of course, a side effect is you get to be sexy, of course. But you're reaping better
long term benefit.
Right.
No, your older self is gonna thank you, bro. You don't know how many people I see where I'm like, I gotta eat these vegetables, dog.
Facts.
It's sick. Like, eat your vegetables, drink your water, move. It's me saying that, and I have a pretty sedentary lifestyle based on the little quizzes. But at work they be making me step, so I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My simply put for health and wellness is go get tested. Chances are it's free. And you need to know what's going on down there.
110%.
Respectfully, especially if you're not you need to know what's going on down there. Just go get tested, bro. Just go get tested.
I feel like what you were gonna say is if you're not being safe, but
if
even
you're not,
but let's say because it's
even
the
in your
truth.
relationship. So it's not even. I'm not even saying if you're outside or whatever, but if you're if you ain't in a. Even in a marriage, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just go get tested, bro. Like I was gonna say, there's so many ways that I could be like, if no, go get tested.
Because I'm in a 3-year relationship, we still get tested.
And get it tested together. That's cute and fun. That's a date. Get tested and go get breakfast.
I'm not gonna lie. This is something that I've always said. Like even when I get married, like I think that should just be part of your health checkups. And I feel like that's something that I want to establish. It's not that I distrust you or I don't trust you. It's like it's okay for us to just have this basis and understanding. Like okay, like you're holistically well,
Yes.
you know,
Because things are dormant.
Yes,
sometimes.
things are dormant, and it's not even to shame. I think there's also it's very important that as a people we need to start destigmatizing a lot of these conversations because that alone leads to people not feeling comfortable sharing their statuses with people. It leads to shame and condemnation. Like there's people unaliving themselves because of things that happen to it. So it's deep rooted and it's deep seated, and unfortunately I'm like to get on my high horse because y'all I used to ride for this for real. Not even used to, still I'm a very big advocate, but like the bigger the gap is in the conversation, the bigger the gap is in reaching people, and the more that these conditions and these things can perpetuate. So
And that reminds me, it used to be I don't know why, but it used to be sort of taboo to ask somebody like back in college, like, hey yo, are you tested? Like before y'all would get into it.
They would gaslight you.
They're like, oh, you know, I'm good. Like,
Baby, I need that paper.
show me the paper. Show me the work.
Work. Yeah,
So,
for sure. And it shouldn't be that way. And it's such a shame. But yeah, change the conversation and up your standards if that's not the conversation you're having. Because that's a dangerous game to play. That's your life.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that's your whole entire livelihood. Yeah. That's your future kids. If you can have future kids based on the decisions you're making. So tread lightly.
And responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the paths. But also No judgment. It's really love. Like, it's like a big sister talk. Like, please.
Yeah.
This is how I talk to my siblings. Hey, man, I know you're young. You want to live your life. Cover things and get tested and be careful. Please, 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 please.
And this is also not us advocating for you just to be out here fornicating and doing all the things.
I never said that.
But no, it's not an advocacy for that. But I think even despite whatever our personal beliefs or thoughts on like sex, relationships, all the things, I think information is how you bridge gaps.
That's
like
power.
It's how people can make informed decisions about themselves. So it's like operating in ignorance with like the only, like Cindy said, like, your body's a temple. This is the only one you're gonna get.
Right.
This is literally the only one that you're gonna get.
Right.
So
Honor God.
yeah, yeah. So honor yourself, respect yourself, like. And just be considerate with yourself.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Don't let nobody's son try to convince you.
Or daughter.
Or daughter.
Hello.
Sorry.
Or daughter.
And try to convince you that, I don't need to get tested. Please.
Like,
Please.
nah, that ain't gonna go. Sorry. Your value is way higher than that. And yeah, definitely. Like, of course, I give my personal, like, save it and be careful and da-da-da. But I'm not going to be ignorant. Like, I'm thinking about when I have future kids, too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be dumb. I know you want to have sex. I know what you want to do. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you how to do it safely, but I'm going to, please don't. But at the same time, please be careful, bro. Because it's real life. Like, we can't be ignorant to what's really going on. So, yeah. Okay, y'all. Well, let's keep it real. I think we kept it pretty real just now. But keep it realer. Or keep it realer. Yeah.
Okay, keeping it real. Y'all, confession time. I just started going to the doctor regularly at age 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I only went to the doctor when I was like really sick back when I was
Yeah.
younger. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what like the procedure was. I had to Google things. How to do a doctor's appointment. I had to like, where do I go for blood testing?
We need to talk about that though, because I think it's like there is also the barrier of like you don't know how to do these things for you, because maybe your parents were the ones who were the only ones who made these appointments for you. So then you go off to college or you move out and you're thrown into adulthood, and it's like, girl, who am I even do they accept my insurance? Do I have insurance?
Right.
Yeah.
So as a kid who didn't really have insurance like that,
That's it.
yeah, I had to really get into it. I was like, you know what? Let me not be scared. Let me actually do it.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's you
So I
breaking.
started.
Yeah, that's you breaking a generational curse, and I'm very proud of you. And with that, I have to shout out my mom. My mom never went to the doctor as a child. I don't know why. I love my grandparents, but they never, ever, ever took her to the doctor.
The Lord kept her.
That's not cool. Like, that's not cool. But there's circumstances.
Yeah.
But my mom don't play about hers. We went to the doctor regularly.
That's
Granted,
good.
we didn't grow up with that much money. You know, them co-pays add up. Like, she didn't play about that. So she broke that generational curse. And I'm just so proud of her. So good job, girl, because that ain't easy. Like, it costs money just to say my kid's sniffling, but you never know. Like, so you want to be careful. So shout out to you. Shout out to my mama. For my keeping it real, I was talking about prevention, and prevention is cheaper. Talking about colon cancer. I got colon cancer and breast cancer in my veins. I need to go to the doctor. And if you have a history like that, you need to go to the doctor too.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's maternal and paternal. It's you coming from all directions.
Yeah.
That's messed up. That ain't right. So then if I'm adding other things that would mess up my health, then it's like, bro, things is from all directions. So you have to really take care of yourself, because you might already have targets on your back. So that's to keep it real. Like, be honest. You can't just pretend it's not a thing. You can't be like, oh, it's just distant in my family. It's there though. So you have to be careful. But a side one, more like an image thing, is people need to stop commenting on little girls' bodies. And that's in the health and wellness thing. My family used to tell my mama, hey, she getting kind of big. Maybe y'all need to. Are you crazy? They didn't want me to have kids, because I'm going to start spazzing on people. Like, don't ever speak on a little girl's body. Don't ever speak on a little boy's body, because you don't know if they're going to form an eating disorder. You don't know if they're going to get depressed. You don't know if they're going to hate themselves for years and have trouble liking who they are because of that. Watch your mouth. And even adults too. Don't speak on nobody's body. Don't speak on nobody's eating habits. You don't know what somebody's been through or is going through. So
That's true.
don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm not gonna lie, you ate up the two that I had.
I hate that.
So I'll elaborate more. My first keeping real, just because you put it off and ignore it doesn't mean that it's not there. It does not mean that it's not there. Like, you can avoid going to the doctor, you can avoid addressing that ailment, or you're starting to see little changes. Oh, it's not that bad. I can do this. I can do that. Like, no, things snowball. And unfortunately, like if you're on the state side in the US, like the healthcare system here, no shade, no tea, FBI don't come for me. It's not the best. And prevention is cheaper than treating it.
Seriously.
It's cheaper than treating it. And my second keep it real, actually, this is the one. Be mindful of the food that you're eating.
Yeah.
The food that we're eating is slowly but surely poisoning us. It's slowly but surely killing us. And that sounds like a conspiracy theory to say, but it's like all this processed food. I watched a video about somebody, they left a Big Mac in a plastic in the bag for like a year and it didn't mold. Please tell me what you think is in the food that would preserve it from molding.
Goodness.
And it's just like, even if you look at the things that you're buying in the store, read your nutrition labels.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not something that they're going to teach you in the school system. So I implore you, like, educate yourself about how to read a nutrition label, about how to do all of these things, because eating food is like literally one of the biggest things that you can do to prevent a lot of these things, because the majority of your microbiome, like your immune system is in your stomach. So yeah, that's my keep it real. Watch out for the foods, and girl, don't put it, boy, person,
Whoever you is,
don't
twin.
put it off.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
put it off.
serious. That's good. Okay, yeah, what's the content of the week, or song, person on YouTube, Instagram, whatever?
I don't have content, but I don't know why I kept thinking about the P90X video.
LOL. They used to eat down. They got serious. I used to do the commercials.
Oh,
I used to lock in. Don't play with me.
hey, that bald man had
He
the
was
world
eating.
going
Sean T.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
shout out Sean T.
I'm not advocating or not advocating. I don't know. That's just the first thing. Like P90X was
No, it was good.
epidemic for-
They was getting it in. My song is by Victoria Monet. It's called A Like That. And it's
That's
her-
a good song.
and she's talking about the gym as if it's a guy, but she's talking about the gym like GYM. She ate that. And then y'all know those really pretty twins on YouTube. The
I
last name
love
Ashley,
them.
but Alyssa Ashley,
Yeah.
she in her gym bag. Yo, I ain't gonna comment on nobody's body. I just said that, but wow,
She teed up.
wow, amen.
Good.
What about y'all?
Oh, me? Okay, so this girl, I don't know her handle. This girl on TikTok. So she be calling people like big back and stuff, but it's very inspirational to me. Like, yeah, I feel like I need that kind of stuff.
That tough love.
Yeah, that tough love. Like, yes, tell me I need to go to the gym. For real. Tell me I need to go to the gym.
Sometimes you do need it like that. Ain't no more sweet
Like,
talk.
you eating all this food, big back. I'm like, no, you're right.
You know what? She
You're
caught me.
right. She caught me. I'm going to go to the
Word.
gym.
I think we just did like a little shout out. So if I'm gonna shout anybody out, there's this creator. She's a gym girlie. Her name is like Talia Jolie or whatever. She's so cuckoo and crazy, and like she makes it just look fun. So check her out. Like I think she's very relatable, and just like she's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
Aw.
All right, what are you guys believing for?
I am believing for a long life and mobility into our old age.
Yes. Healthy mind and healthy body.
I'm believing to get out this boot. I don't know if you guys can see, but my foot is compromised. And once I get out of there, just to, again, going back to focusing less on strength and more on overall health and wellness.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, guys.
Oh.
That was our conversation on health and wellness.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Before you go, you already know I'm going to say, send this to your aunt. Send this to your uncle. Send this to your cousin.
okay.
Everybody in the family. Send it to
kidding.
your
We
best
love
friend.
you. We'll
See you
talk
next
to you
week.
later.